Hello everyone, me Mudahar, and welcome to another episode of Deep Web Browsing, Dank Web Browsing, Dark Web Browsing, whatever you'd like to call it, the part of the week, Sunday, where we look at the internet that's a little too dank for our regular web browsers. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, things are going to be random. We might find some spooky stuff, some good stuff, some weird stuff, and, well, everything in between. But I'm going to keep these intros short and sweet, as always. Thank you for coming by and watching. Let's get into episode number 65. Right after this first cut. Man, that was probably the shortest intro I've done. Let's see what our very first website will be this week. Alright, so starting off this week, we got Zero News. I feel like I've shown this to you all before. I feel like this is sort of the thing I gotta mention when I'm looking at a lot of these websites that, they look old, and whenever they're old, they're mostly just copies straight out of, clear web areas and brought up over here, or usually just mirrored. You can sort of tell, like, an older website's, like, appearance, like, it's so fucking obvious when it looks, as bare bones as this. But this is Zero News. It's definitely on the interesting, weird side of our web browsing endeavors, but, nonetheless, let's see. So they've got navigation, local, events, news, blah, 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 all the usual shit. Alright, you're looking around, they got Elans on the webs, Dolores Bulimic Breakfast, Autonomous News Agent, Misguidance, WWW Meta. So it seems like they got their own little, fucking, they got their own representatives and shit. Hypermedia, alright, it's more intensive than normal media. 0 Point Subrise, alright. And then you go down here, they got Digital Democratie, Surfer's Delight, I think we'll open that up. Surveillance, ooh, I think we're stepping into the conspiracies on the internet. And then they got this Power Rangers shit down over there. It looks pretty hot, no lie. But I'm going to click on the interactive cattle manipulator, 0 Point, and probably Hypermedia. Okay, the Hypermedia brings me up to fucking whatever the fuck that is. That's, didn't expect that. You go to Surfer's Delight. Zuper is a hypermedia design studio dedicated to using interactive media in a mature way. Madeline's Mind, although it seems to be a commercial venture, is worth checking out. Yep, there you go. It's an older fucking mirror of a site when it uses Shockwave, ladies and gentlemen. Shockwave, for those of you who don't remember, was an old plugin that was used. It was basically, the only way I really remember it was back when, like, Flash Player was becoming a thing. Shockwave was over there, and with like Shockwave you could do sort of like really cool shit. I remember there used to be like a lot of bare bones 3D games that used to run off Shockwave. It was actually pretty sweet. I don't think it works anymore. I think Shockwave itself is defunct, or it might have merged it in with something else. I haven't checked it. It's been a fucking long time. But then they got Burner Speed, ISDM, great graphics combined with virtually no content. Well, alright, let's look at it, okay? This might destroy my 24,000 modem, I don't know. Well, apparently it's not fucking loading in, so we're gonna go back. They got Internet Police Department. Worried about the child porn your next door neighbor is spreading via internet? This is the right address for you. Report internet indecency. They also have a picture of fucking Hitler down there, alright? Always love the fatty burgers around the corner. Oh my god, it's linking to the, one of the other sites with you, the mixed spotlight shit. Remember the thing we found where there's this whole site against the whole McDonald's campaign? Oh my god, it does link to that. That's fucking sweet. Okay, it's been a while since we've seen that shit. The internet, blah blah blah. Gorilla Girls have invaded the World Wide Web. All right, it seems like this goes into a lot of wow. This actually links to a lot of sites that Church of the Subgenius, I think I've shown that one to you as well. 2600 Machine, Jody, Mind Flux. We're gonna go through over here. I think we've seen. Wow, you know what? I might have to fucking copy this link down and bookmark it somewhere. That's kind of interesting. They got Dad Ad. Right, that's interesting. So it's a whole lot of political shit, some sociological shit, and everything in between. Alternative X. If you're over 18, check out Dirty Desires. All right, man. I can't really show that, and I don't think I myself want to particularly see that. I mean, Lord knows whatever the fuck Alternative X could be. It's probably some weird type of pornography. I don't fucking know. But we're gonna go to something else. Something called Ambitious Bitch. All right. I don't fucking know. And then they got like Gorilla Girls, but I'm gonna back out of that. All right. I'm gonna back out of that shit. The site that we opened up isn't actually loading in, so let's go back to the Zero News. We opened up some other things such as surveillance. It's a set of other sites, okay, and it's more of a political, level site where they're linking out to like political agencies that are finding you, political agencies that are fighting against surveillance and whatnot. You can check this all you want. Microwave harassment and mind control experimentation. Okay, I'm fucking intrigued, and that got an error 404 not found. All right. I actually don't want to read about fucking mind control. Come on, man. That's like honestly, out of every conspiracy, to be honest, like the only one that like I'll ever like dig myself into, one that I genuinely have like an interest for, is like mind control shit. That's why like MK Ultra always attracted me so much. That's why there's multiple haunted gamings on. That's why like anytime I saw MK Ultra and it was good most of the time, I would always sort of make a video on it too, or try to get a video on it, because I was just so genuinely intrigued by the subject. I mean, I love fucking mind control stuff, and that's probably like the only conspiracy that can fathom and sit down and sort of let it flow through me. Anything other than that just drives me like, it takes me to like the weird side of the internet. Frankly, I don't like being in the weird side. Then they got something called Security Land. All right, an email spy is coming. Oh boy, let's check out the email spy. These sites are incredible. It's linking to like incredibly old school sites, so you can check just by the way they've like created the URL. No, I'm back. Like, these sites aren't fucking loading up. These sites aren't doing shit. But basically, what Zero News is it's essentially just a giant catalog, like a curated catalog of other interesting parts of the internet. So, I mean, I guess if you wanted to sort of find yourself a hive of weird things, this would probably be it. Now they have the interactive cattle mutilator. That's really fucked up, to be honest. Like, I'm getting like those PETA weird like videos that they show you, you know what I mean? But from time to time, waves of unexplained killing and mutilations of animals, usually cattle, occur. I hear about that. Isn't that like actually like, that's actually a thing, dude, isn't it? Stories of cattle mutilations create a genuine climate of fear amongst ranchers and farmers. Cattle are found dead for no obvious reasons. I don't need fucking headphones. Parts of their anatomy missing. Both ranchers and local law enforcement officials are stumped as to the cause of these bizarre deaths. Charles H. Fort collected a number of animal mutilation accounts from England. He wrote, "This is fringing on an enormous subject that leads away from the slaughtering of cattle to attacks. Some of them mischief." Who the fuck kills cows just because it's funny? Like, that's pretty fucked up. Some ordinarily deadly, and some the Jack the Ripper kind upon human beings. Serial killer of animals. I think there's a few cases of that, but I've never really looked far into that shit. Cattle mutilations are a worldwide problem. On studying the corpses, and found that the body has been totally drained of blood, and that there's been no trace of blood found anywhere on the ground around the body. Various incisions would also be found on the body that were so clear-cut that they would have had to been done with some sort of a laser technology. Ooh, I think we might get some Ayla Mouse brought into this, ladies and gentlemen. But we're into cattle mutilator, okay? Choose your personal cattle. All right, I think that's the laughing cow shit, the triangular cheeses. Let's click on that. Well, that's another cow. This is called Meralda. If you wish to mutilate, click them now. I don't want to fucking mutilate a cow. What the fuck? Alright, man, I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Forgive me for the sins that I'm committing. Well, it definitely takes me back over here. Thank you for using it. Oh, okay, so I guess I mutilated a cow. For your proof of succession mutilation, we will send you an original spam. Sample of original spam. Oh, God. For those of you who don't know what spam is, I'm sure spam is sold everywhere in the world now. It's like the cans of, like, fucking, I think it's just ham or whatever. Like, I think it's pork that you can buy off the store. It's really cheap, but, it's got a little bit of an interesting, how should I say, I don't know, people, it's got a little interesting history amongst people, I guess you could say. For your proof of successful mutilation, we'll send you blah, blah, blah. A money order check of $500 for Trivial Research Industries. Alright, so basically it's a fucking joke. But I don't think cattle mutilation's a fucking joke. Those are poor innocent cows, man. And like, nobody talks about it, dude. But cows are like the cutest fucking animals imaginable. I think cows are fucking amazing. All right, nobody fucking mutilate that shit. All right, and that's pretty illegal. So don't go mutilating cattle. I know nobody probably will, but I have to say it for fucking legal reasons. So don't go mutilating cows. That's fucking wrong. Why the fuck would you kill an innocent, cute cow anyways? It's just so fucking lovely. Alright, let's go into... Okay! Danger, fall... See, this is the kind of shit that, like, it's not scary, but, like, if I wasn't recording, we didn't have the lights on, usually the room's dark anyways, this would kind of fucking, you know, it would throw me back. So we've got 0 subrise, all right, just falling lizards. I think it's trying to tell me about a conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. You know that whole lizard Illuminati shit? And I think this is officially crashing my browser. So we're going to go to Escape. And my fucking god, it still has the lizards, all right? We're still getting the lizard conspiracy. But this is, like, back in the day, man, I'm sorry, man. I love looking at sites like this where, like, they take you to, like, these old sites. And it's so beautiful looking at these older sites. Because it's, like, fucking, it's so nostalgic, you know, seeing the Web 1.0 and shit. But let's go to HyperChat, all right? Let's go to MPEG Video. That's probably, like, you know, an MPEG Video back in the days was a hot commodity, all right? Now they've got, oh my god, Public Transport Shakespeare. They've got their own productions, man. Hyperdimensional cubes? Allow me to see this. Oh my god, I can download cubes.mpeg? Oh, I need to fucking see this, alright. This is the meme that Hypercubes? What? What the fuck? It looks so weird. It's like fucking Swiss cheese and cubes. What the fuck am I looking at? It's got like tracking footage in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, you just fucking witnessed hypercubes, alright? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Hypercubes. Yeah, play that shit again. That's so weird. Does it have any sound to it? No, it's got no sound. It's just seizures and cubes and fucking what? Okay, this is like destroying my eyes. Holy shit. We're gonna back out of that, okay? We saw hypercubes. What? Why? What the fuck was that? Secret of the Butterbird? Strange Lights. I think I'll see Strange Lights. They're really small files, obviously, because, you know, I can obviously attribute the fact that since it's an older site. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? It's like Alamau porn. That's like Slimer shitting himself. What the fuck am I watching? What is this? Strange Lights? What? What the fuck is this, dude? 666 TV sex? Great train robbery super game? You know, honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna click on right now, because this seems kind of weird, okay? Like Forgotten Town seems interesting, but I'm gonna back out of this, okay? That was... What the fuck did I even watch? They're like, I think this is just 20 seconds of random garbage that has been edited together. Regardless what it is, it still is somewhat entertaining. You know, they got something called Crime Time, Crash, Knight Rider, Strange Dogs. Then you got like these, they're all really small files. They're like hardly a megabyte, really. I think that was like one of the only files was probably just a fucking megabyte, to be honest. Like Super Game itself, oh, that's big. That's like 3.6 megs. Back on dial-up and shit, that was a hoot and a holler back then. But let's get out of there, man. Okay, we got HyperChat, which you can't really talk on HyperChat, unfortunately. And I doubt that there's people, if it was existing, they would be using HyperChat. Remote viewing, what the fuck? Huh, what is remote viewing? Man, I am delving way too deep into this shit. Oh. Huh. You know, I think I'm delving a little too deep into this whole thing, alright? I think we've seen enough of that page, alright? You know what? Honestly, we're gonna return to this page later, but I'm looking at my fucking previews right now. We're already, like, well into this thing, okay? Like, this is... I don't want this to be the only thing out of the whole episode, but if you want to see more of this site, let me know in the comment section below. You know what? Maybe for next week's Deep Web Browsing, I'll come back to this site as sort of a part 2 for that. But for now, let's go to a different site and let's see something else, okay? Maybe we'll check out Real Audio and AAA Conference, and that's just one aspect of the site anyways. But we'll return back to Zero News very promptly. For now, let's go to a different site and let's see what else the internet has to show us. Okay, let's back out of Zero News and get to something a little different. So this site is Resistance is Futile, and that's at least what it's giving me at the top. The Cuddly Menace, and I know you probably can't read the little fucking words at the top, so I'm going to expand this a little bit, alright? But of course you can see a little golden book, my little golden book about Zog, alright? And I hardly doubt this book actually exists. Maybe they probably ripped it off like Google Images or some shit. But the site of the website, the actual header on the tab is reading Resistance is Futile, and this is the Cuddly Menace. So I don't really know what we're gonna fucking read here. It might actually be some really spooky shit. Or it might be something really stupid, but let's go into this, okay? I was in a supermarket recently searching for a brown mustard and conditioner in one. It was while I was reading the ingredient label on a jar of Golden's Dry Scalp Formula that I looked to the children's book rack and there spied the title, My Little Book About God. Now oh man, this can only go either one of two fucking ways. And let me tell you, please, don't let there be a fucking comment section war zone below. That ain't fucking fun. Now, as anyone knows, my interest in life's headiest metaphysical mystery has led me on some strange journeys. From the highest mountain peaks of Peru to snort crystallized alpaca urine with an Incan shaman. You know, that's not something anyone can really say. Most people can't say it, so congratulations to you, buddy. To the sewers beneath Istanbul to read 900-year-old graffiti scrawled by the heretical Saint Focalio. Having found no theological resolution in these rarefied encounters, I mean, you're doing fucking two extremes, man. It seems like you're snorting piss and looking at vandalism. I don't think those are really super spiritual journeys, but, you know, go on forward. It was with genuine anticipation that I opened the book, curious to know what the people at Little Golden Books believe small children who stick beefaroni up their nose could absorb about the inscrutable one. You cannot imagine my horror. Oh, man. However, when my eyes met page filled with saturine, pastel artwork depicting cold-eyed androids that were clearly not of our realm, in a beautiful mind moment of schizophrenic clarity, I saw the book for what it was. Not a gentle introductions to life's most profound curiosity, but a primer for the parasitic offspring of an invisible invasion. Whoa, what? For the safety of our race. Oh, man, This only goes one, you know, you have no idea how many times. It's not just like every fucking race imaginable has had like sites of their own pop up and shit. Sites of their own, rhetoric of their own that pops up. It's interesting reading all of it too. Because like, no matter who it is, it's like fucking, no matter what your race you are, even like the haters that hate the other races, like all their branding, like ideology is so universally similar that it's like, why don't you just fucking get into bed together, man? It's like you guys get along so well. Y'all hate equally, you know what I mean? Their hate is so equal. You know what I mean? The way they hate is so similar. It's like fucking, they're taking pages out of the same book of hate. I've translated this book in the hopes that a resistance may arise. Read the baby powdered scented final solution of our enemies from beyond. Oh boy, let's go into the next. Alright, so apparently there's like owls and shit. There's 3 kids looking up at birds. A lot of animals. We are Zog. Oh man, we're on a fucking reading adventure, ladies and gentlemen. That kid with their doll, alright, there's a deer out there. They're all looking at the stars, man. They're like fucking... Our kind travels between the stars as an endogenous retrovirus encoded into a modulating... Yeah, you can already tell right off the bat why this wouldn't be a kid's book. Kids wouldn't be really enthralled by this. Telepathic control of lower life forms turn insects into your slaves. This kid's telepathically controlling these things? That is... What? Alright, now here's... The world must be consumed and its atmosphere nitrogen levels increase 900%. Alright, it's going forward. Our world is fucked. We know this. Pair bond only with fellow Zog. These kids scare the ever-living fuck out of me. Like this... These are the faces you see in, like, a horror movie. Like, you know when you're in, like, a dark fucking house and, like, the kid's over there staring you... That's the fucking face I see. And it's not a face that I would like to see. Fuck. Pink Zog will supervise population cleansing. What are the aliens nuking us now? Are we against the aliens? A brown Zog will command the bird armies. Okay, so brown Zog commands the bird armies. Alright, that's... What in the fuck? There's 2 kids. Alright, they're... Destroy human hosts and begin breeding immediately. What? What the fuck? Lay zoggling eggs in secluded fields away from... This is a fucking joke, dude. You know what? I'm getting jerked off right now is what's happening. But you know what? I'm enjoying it is what's happening. Alright, let's see how far this rabbit hole goes. Zoggling larvoids will hatch and take root in 2 to 4 gloms, or whatever the fuck. It's so low resolution. I will say the drawing style is cool. Hats will conceal budding pineal antennae. Okay. Alright, you know, I'm just trying to hide my budding pineal antennae. Gathering information from bird spies through memory transsimulation. Okay. I think there was a lot of, oh, that is not the face you want to see, man. Use nigger rays to vaporize. Okay, there's kids over there. They're playing. They're mimic human infant traits until gametogenesis begins. Devour any competitor. What the fuck? Draining humans of their spinal nectar will build strength? What? Oh my god, dude. The humans are weak. This is, dude, if I was in the dark right now, this would honestly be my fucking nightmare. That face alone is, I'm not gonna lie, dude, that's fucking, the elderly are easiest to control and make willing servants. The fucking eyes, dude. Kids looking away. If captured, send a distress wave and await extraction. Alright, Zog star tankers will arrive in 57 years to begin nitrogen harvesting. Do not fail your species, dude. They're right fucking among us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this... Now, obviously, my little golden book about God, that book might exist. I don't fucking really know. I don't know much about a little golden book company. You know what I mean? Now, this was a translation by an individual. I don't know what fucking translator or translating algorithm was being used, but man, was that that was actually really fucking weird to read, honestly. And, like, if that was the actual, like, pictures that were shown in the book itself, like, I feel like if that was, like, maybe the words were obviously translated. There's no way that would be in a kid's book. But, like, if the pictures were real, honest to God, man, like, I gotta read through a lot of, like, children books again, because, like, if that passes, that's, like, nightmare fuel for fucking a lot of kids, man. And, like, reading that, not my cup of tea, dude. Not my fucking cup of tea. Now, they have something called Animated Zog, which... Oh, it's a Flash game. What the fuck? A falling threat to the human race is real, despite having been discovered in a seemingly innocuous source. A little golden, but I think, like, this is when you know you're taking shit a little too far. Okay, that was just the animated version of that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Zog, alright, the alien species that is about to fucking take us over. A real threat to humanity, alright? Like, it wasn't even a racial thing, actually. It was about the human race. So, you know, it wasn't about humans hating other humans. It was about humans hating the alien life forms that are slowly body-snatching us and making us create nitrogen so that one day we'll all be harvested. That is actually really depressing, but also incredibly fucked up. But at the same time, that would make, like, a really fucking interesting movie or something to look at, dude. Somebody needs to check into that. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the little golden book about God or Zog or whatever. Let's go into something else. Something odd about the destruction of humanity. Thank you very much. Let's go see something very nice. Something full of a lot of lols. And, yeah. Hello. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is our dank web video of the week. 59 seconds, alright, we're still going with the average of under a minute, literally under a fucking minute this time, by 1 second. This is Stop SP, of course, this is a very, just starting off the bat, my honest expressions on this is like, my OCD has kicked in. If you guys are looking at the stop on top, it's slanted, and that's been pissing me the fuck off. Alright, literally, I've been like, I don't know why, I'm just focused on it, it's slanted, it's driving me fucking insane. But ladies and gentlemen, 59 seconds, I don't want this to be about my OCD, I want it to be about the video. So sit back, relax, and let's watch what this video is all about. And I'm going to crank the volume up like crazy, but what I will do is I will go to my headset and just yank it down a lot. It's very loud on this headset, I don't fucking know why. But let's hit play. Let's go and play. Alright, I think this was recorded off of a television. Alright, so we're walking around, obviously. This is obviously recorded on a laptop or something. You can tell by the blue glow at the bottom. This is off a, you know, standard LCD screen. But we're opening the window. Alright, I just have to call these edgy art projects, to be honest. What is this? We're looking outside? Huh. So I can never have a room this dark. I hate having my curtains up. We're looking outside into what is a very nice backyard. We don't have backyards like that over here. Very, very congested. Maybe the whole skew is off. Oh. Okay, we just zoom out. Rewind. Okay. Ooh! What the fuck is that, dude? Holy shit. Okay, that completely fucking caught me off guard. What the fuck? Alright, you see, like, I won't lie, man, like, when you go from fucking blue to that, it's straight up freaky. Alright? But you know what, honestly, I like that video. You know, most of these are always edgy art projects. Usually when I see, like, the ones that are under a minute, I know just by the timing, it's just an edgy art project made to look spooky, you know what I mean? Most of the time they're not. But sometimes you'll come across one where it catches you completely off guard. This one caught me off guard. Now, of course, you've seen other edgy art projects. A lot of them can be compilation footage of other things. For those of you who don't remember, there was one that was called Reborn a long time ago. Let me just move this to something else so it's not, like, in my face. But Reborn was one thing that was just an amalgamation of multiple creepy things on the internet. But, you know, most of the times it was genuinely bullshit. Over here, you know, obviously with that video, you could sort of see where the other, like, sometimes you come across like a 3-second scene of something you've seen. All right. But over here, it's really new. But what is the whole message over here? Of course, to me, it definitely feels like it's recorded off of an LCD screen or something. I'm getting that a lot from, like, these little, like, orange reflections over here and whatnot. Like this reflection specifically feels like it's recorded off a laptop screen through, like, you know, a camera being pointed at it, obviously. But going through more and more and more, one thing I do have to say is, I guess it's got that VHS quality. You can't really notice because I've been blowing up and sampling things out whenever I get these videos. Well, we look outside the house, and then it goes to stop, and then it rewinds, and I guess the thing that gets to me is the fucking face, and it's play hi-fi, you know, it's tracking shots and everything. One thing I will say, it definitely doesn't match the quality of, like, what appears to be VCR footage. Of course, you can't really tell that because the original resolution for the video was so small. It was, like, fucking tiny. And then I blew it up to 720p at least. Sometimes I can at least go with, like, 1080p, but this is, like, macroed. Like, you can see that it's heavily fucking compressed right around over here. But, you know, this face shows up. What happens with this face, I don't know. But what's really weird is that in the background, as soon as this picture, like, goes up, the back is, like, flared the fuck up. And it feels like the color gamuts are totally changing on me. And around his face, there's a filter. It's called stylize or posterize or something like that. You'd see in, like, most phone, like, you know, camera tools. This feels like something has been posterized. It's being sharpened, and honestly, it's kind of just hurting my brain right now looking at the massive overload of graphics, like, just shot at me. But that's essentially the video. Most of it is just looking outside with this really, I guess, trying to be creepy music, and then it stops, it rewinds again. I'm getting my OCD kicking in. And then the last few seconds is you see this face. Now, I don't think this is an ARG. Usually with an ARG, it leads to something, but here it doesn't seem like it's leading anywhere. It's like, remember, like, one of the first creepiest video that I've really seen was, like, one where the dude was, like, spinning around. And to me, it was creepy at the time because the music, the fucking style of it and everything. And after watching more and more of these, you can see that this one, it was better than that. But at the same time, it's trying too fucking hard. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that tries incredibly, incredibly hard. I mean, did it catch me off guard? Yeah, it did. I mean, but who wouldn't get caught off guard? God forbid I wasn't watching this late at night to witness that. But, you know, that's the face you're seeing. That's kind of the stuff of nightmares. But I'm going to back out of this. I think I've seen this video far longer than I have to. We're going to go to something else, something a little normal, maybe. And sort of back out of the dank face that we've seen over here. I got to say, that is a fucking freaky-ass mask. But, yeah, that was our deep web video of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get out of this video now and go to something else. Hey, everybody. So I have a site here called The Promised Land, and this, while it says welcome to heaven, it's not about any religious stuff. It's a child pornography sharing website. Now, again, I don't ever want to show you guys this kind of stuff. I don't like showing it to you, first of all. I don't like showing you guys stuff related to child porn or gore or any of that stuff because it's not entertaining content. It's fucked up. But the reason I'm showing this to you, and the reason I always have for showing any of this kind of content, is if it's easy to find. Again, this took me literally 5-6 minutes in my initial, because usually before I record these, I have my sites laid out just so I don't have like 2 hour or like an hour gap trying to find sites. It doesn't make it exciting. But I have sites where I pop them, I show them to you guys, and I show these to you because they're easy to find sometimes. This took me 5-10 minutes to find. And it is a site that is that deals with sharing pornography of underage people. And that's not, first of all, that's fucked up. It's highly illegal. Don't go fucking searching for this kind of stuff and engaging in it. That's wrong. You look through the FAQ. The FAQ I'm not going to cover up too much because from what I'm already initially seeing, it's just a standard FAQ to any V-Bulletin forum board. But what I do want to show you all, the really interesting thing, is, let's go into here. The total member count is at 117,000 members right now. That's 117,000 people, accounts at least, sharing child pornography or at the very least engaging in the viewing of child pornography. Not only is that fucked up, it's very, very illegal. The newest member was Roomba, and the top poster of the month, as of right now, this updates every 5 minutes, is Stu with a total of 425 posts, which means Stu is really, really engaging in this kind of fucking shit. And you know, it's also fucked up that name is from like the Rugrats and shit too. It's a whole fucked up situation, all right? And definitely it's a mood dampener, but you know, I don't show these to, you know, sort of scare the fuck out of you guys or make it so that the internet or the deep web itself is very, very spooky and full of this kind of shit. It's just when it's very easy to get to, it raises two questions for me as well. A, this is legitimate, and most of the times it's not. And that takes me to point number B. This is an FBI honeypot. Now, the reason I'm saying that with a lot of confidence this time is every other time we've looked at one of these, every time I've shown this stuff to you, it's always come up like a week later, even a few days after posting the video, that there's an article out there, there's somewhere, something's come out that it's actually the FBI running it, and lately the FBI actually is in a fucking scandal where they did, in fact, host child pornography on this shit, and that's a big no-no. If you're hosting it to even entrap people, that's still fucking illegal. So what I'm really hoping for right now is this is a honeypot. When things are so easy to find on the internet, like if it takes you 10 minutes to find it, it's a fucking fake on the deep web. Don't listen to anybody that tells you it's not. Most of the time, it's a fucking fake. The only way you're ever finding child pornography, snuff pornography, or anything like a Red Room, all right, is only if you go through IRC channels and really delve yourself into this kind of stuff. And even then, most of those sensationalized areas don't actually exist. If you're going on there, you know, just to meet new people, all right, and somebody sends you a link, sometime, even then, most of the times it's fake, all right? But if you're getting something here, like that quick, something that's indexed and shit, it's not real. This isn't a real site. This isn't anywhere close to real. The promised land is some promised bullshit, and this might just be a federal honeypot, but I'm not going to delve too deep into it. I have no desire to view this kind of stuff. But again, I do want to show you guys sometimes how easy it is to find very risque material like this. And if this is real, God, I hope not. I hope these 117,000 people get some form of justice coming towards them. Even if I just refresh the site right now. All right, even if I just refresh the site at the moment. Did anybody new come in? I didn't fucking notice. You can even tell by the health of the site, like how healthy it is to refresh or go through pages. That's the federal honeypot. Sometimes sites like this, they wouldn't really have the amazing bandwidth at times that I assume the feds would have a fair amount of capital to go towards if they were hosting sites like this. But I'm going to back out. I'm going to end this over here. Okay, I'm going to go to something else. Something that's fun to watch, engaging to look at, and something that's just not fucked up like this. Let's back out. And let's go to something else. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rebel Stronghold. Ooh boy, ladies and gentlemen, you know we've already got the conspiracies covered this week, all right? But what better yet than coming across a site all about the evil sides of the internet, a site that's all dedicated to watchdogging political fucking conspiracies and shit. So this is Rebel Stronghold, a site that is full of the rebels on the internet, the true watchdogs, the keyboard warriors we all know and love. Why the mainstream media isn't covering insert topic. I've been hearing a lot of news about the pipeline protests, and yes, I've seen the video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, chances are you're watching NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, Fox, or some other large corporate media entity to get your news. I don't watch any news from those. I don't even care about watching the fucking news, dude. I don't. It's a fucking waste of time. You may even listen to talk radio or watch some comedy news broadcasts to stay informed. The problem is their money all comes from the same place. All right, let's I don't know my tinfoil hat today, but let's go in. If you ever find yourself asking, why isn't this on the front page of NBC? I find myself questioning a lot of legitimate shit that's not on the news. When you see a video on LiveLeak or some other uncensored internet back alley, you're not alone. Going back to the pipeline protests is obvious why the mainstream news doesn't cover it. Just like they don't cover all of the election fraud, all you have to do is watch the commercials. Turn on Good Morning America, Nightly News, or any other news and entertainment, and during the commercials break, you are guaranteed to see, at the very least, one bank or investment commercial, and probably a car commercial or two as well. They're not wrong, all right? When I watch TV, this was a long time ago. I don't watch TV anymore at all. Like I have a cable box, but it's been 7 months since that cable box has even had power drawn to it. The only like TV box I think I have downstairs right now is my Apple TV plugged in. Occasionally, I'll use the Xbox One, but Apple TV is the only thing I don't even have my cable box in. But when I used to watch TV, they're not fucking lying. Half of them would be like a bank for like, TD right over here, or fucking Geico and shit like that, like car insurance, State Farm and whatnot. Like, yeah, they're not joking with that, okay? That's a thing. Maybe it's not common out, but in North America, it's really fucking common. It's the same banks that notoriously fund the Clinton campaign, and I'm sure they have a lot of interest in seeing the pipeline go through as well. The branding is obvious. Television and the internet is a visual media, so watermarks and logos can be found everywhere, especially during weather forecasts. Oh man, look at all these weather forecasts. Atkinson Toyota, National Grid. What the fuck? I mean, I guess they're not wrong. There's a lot of advertising that goes on very slyly. I mean, I do work in the biz to know that how the ads are placed and shit. Yeah, I know the shady shit. I will agree with that. But going into this, I don't want to see why the mainstream media isn't covering anything. Like, I don't fucking care. Okay, we all get our news from other sources, right? But let's go into this. Okay, they've got categories, which is political, but I want to see tech and security. Philosophy, I wouldn't waste my time bothering with. The argument against taxing churches. Clearly, this person is the true rebel of the internet, the Clinton dynasty. It's probably like, honestly, this is like the links on those sites. It's like, fucking, it almost feels like those clickbait ads is like, mothers don't want, like, dermatologists don't want this secret trick this mom found. It's like, politicians don't want you finding Rebel Stronghold. It's filled with shit. Which character are you? Okay, they've got criminal, athlete, basket case, princess, and the brain. All right, I don't think I'm any of those fucking those people. All right, the basket case is like I'm fucking gone to lunch somewhere, dude. I don't think the brain is really the brain. I think it's just the depressed. And really, are we going to assume because he's smoking, he's the criminal? What kind of fucking shit is that, all right? That's a lie. All right, let's go further into it, okay? For the past years, there have been some fairly prolific polls being shared across Facebook, Twitter, and have you seen the shit that's shared on Facebook? All right? Polls are your worst thing? Dude, Facebook is full of fucking just... Fuck, man, I can't even say it. Facebook is literally the ass of the internet at this point. They ask you various questions about your personality and then somehow come with a profile. Yeah, I have friends doing that. Like, which member of the Justice League are you? Which character in the Breakfast Club are you? So, what the fuck is this? What? It's so cute. Bill's like totally stoned out of his mind. He's just like fucking puckered right now. It's like his asshole is getting fingered, dude. He's like that fucking excited. Well, regardless, it's kind of interesting reading this shit. It seems like they almost got like they have a Facebook page as well. So I think they put themselves up on the deep web just to be totally anonymous, and so the government establishment won't kill them or anything. But they also got two comments. Let me read the comments. I always love reading the comments over here. I think they're the best. First, oh my god, this is the greatest. We have another, y'all, you know what? Honestly, I shouldn't be surprised, but that totally did catch me off guard. Like, you see first all the time. Like, whenever I upload a video, there's always that one person's like, first? It's everywhere on the internet. At 5:52 p.m. somewhere, this person was like, first? Well, I hope, I hope being first mattered. All right. I hope power and balls. Now I'm genuinely interested. Am I going to see a fucking erection? Oh no, it's about the lottery. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to back out of the Rebel Stronghold. All right. Not only was I treated to the first again. All right. Wait, am I first to this article? No, it's got a comment. If it's fucking first, I swear to God, if it's first. If it's first, oh my god! And I think that's by a different person too, because I think the last person to say first was 4. This is 7. So maybe they're fucking the First brothers. You know what I mean? They're just maybe they're just saying first because they couldn't get first as a fucking username or some shit like that. But hey, man, congratulations! Somebody's first. Thank you very much. Let's just back the fuck out and see something else on the internet. Let's fucking do that, okay? Let's get out of the first section and see what else the interwebs is about. What the fuck is this? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I found the Mudaharian directory. Alright, apparently that whole cult wasn't a fucking joke or something like that. Apparently that cult sort of expanded, alright, further and further. It's got the deep web forum link. It's also got a love letter sent to me, alright? I've never fucking read a love letter. They've got the YouTube page that I have linked over there, along with the Reddit. All right. First of all, man, I swear to God, thank you for the people who make this kind of shit, because honestly, finding this stuff is like the greatest thing ever. Dear Mudahar, you make my penis shiver whenever I hear your voice. I don't know if I want to make your penis shiver. That's fucking. I don't think that's right. When I see a new episode of Dank Web Browsing, a literal brick erupts out of my rectum. Dude. You want to get that shit checked? I want to penetrate your hot Canadian body sometime. XOXOXOXOXOXOXOXOXOXO. I don't know if I missed any, but fuck that. Love Luna. That was honestly one of the more that was a very sexually suggestive thing that I've read. But I definitely think if you're getting a brick coming out of your rectum, you need to get that checked. All right, that's definitely fucking dangerous. That's a bleeding rectum, and penis shivering. I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or whether to be scared as a fact that my appearance can make a human body part literally shiver. But we're going to go back, and these are all the cults that you'll find. Oh, not the cults, but all the sites that I've done. So these are some of the links to a lot of the sites that I've seen over here, too. So, Counterfeit USD, which is, of course, in the first episode when I was literally just looking through the hidden wiki. Same thing with episode 2, Intel Exchange, currently dead, unfortunately. Shay St. John, which was episode 3, the really weird shit. Episode 6, 4, 5, and skipped. This is Hackers for Hire, all this other stuff. 7, which was the Shroom story. What was that? Shroom story? Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. Was that I'm totally forgetting the Shroom story. I think that was the drug dealer and shit like that. I think it was like the space drug dealer. I'm totally forgetting that one. And then episode ? Tunnels in Virginia. Episode 53 was Toku May, and yeah, that site doesn't link there. It links to Sigaint now. But basically, copyright the Fellowship of Mudahar 2016. Jesus fucking Christ now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, apparently that was a little update on the cult side. I know I didn't have a massive update for that shit, but ladies and gentlemen, the cult apparently has now developed a directory. I don't know how updated this is going to be lately. I don't know how much more it's going to get in an update fashion. Of course, going back to our Dank Web forum, which I've not checked on in for fucking ever. They're still getting a relatively, oh wow, and total number of posts is 989. Guests online 1. Newest registered user was Ezo. 231 registered users, not bad. Not bad. It's got some fair shit going over here. Heisenberg sex doll face. New fan, Mr. Robot fans. All right, we're gonna back out to the directory, but now we've got a directory for most of the pages that not most of them. Obviously, there's been more than a few of these episodes, but somebody's actually cataloging the many onion sites and general websites that I visit. So, congratulations to that. Thank you very much, Luna, and the love message, the love letter has definitely been read. Again, that brick out of your rectum, get that checked. It's not exactly the healthiest thing to have, but thank you very much. Let's back out of this. This has definitely been a cute update, Mudaharian directory, and let's check something else. Alright, so here I have a program for a lot of people called Creepy. Yeah, this is... what the fuck? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so Creepy is a program that's being developed, and I have no problem with people developing, certain programs. It's all cool and everything. I gotta say one thing, it's certainly very cool, but at the same time, it is very creepy, and I guess with what I'm about to say, it's definitely standing up to its fucking name, whatever. So Creepy is a geolocation OSINT tool. So for those of you who don't know, every time you're on Twitter, or you're on Instagram, or any one of those, apps, you'll notice in your phone there is location services. Now, location services are very fucking useful, okay? Location services location services keep track of your phone. All right, basically that's what it is. They report your phone. Sorry, I was just looking at a message that popped up on my phone, but basically, location services will help you transmit your location every time to certain services so that you can report your location to whatever service you want, whether it be Google or any kind of third-party area. And it usually helps a lot with tracking your phone, helping you navigate using the GPS apps on your phone, better giving you results for your particular region. You know, whether you're searching for things on Google or you're looking through the app stores, it'll help you because it'll tie yourself to a certain location. And ultimately, that makes finding results that are more relevant to you better. And location services are good. They're good. And, you know, most of the times I have them enabled just so that, you know, I can track my phone. My phone will constantly ping to a server that I can, you know, if for whatever reason I forget it somewhere, I know where it is. Blah, blah, blah. Some people don't like location services because it obviously, by having it enabled, somebody always knows where you are, right? But nowadays, anybody can know where you are as long as this thing is active, okay? As long as it has a cellular connection to any satellite somewhere, people know where the fuck you are, okay? But, yeah, there are certain times where you don't want people to know your location. Don't always give out your location services to other, you know, third-party apps or websites. You never know the kind of creepy shit that can happen. Because this stuff can happen. So every time you make a post on Twitter or Instagram and you have your location services enabled, you'll notice that for some people, their tweets show that they were tweeted from, like, you know, New York or Los Angeles. Like, if I had my location services on, you'd say tweeted from Toronto or maybe from the surrounding cities in the GTA or something like that. And same for Instagram. These things get geotagged. Photos get geotagged. They have a little, you know, tribute. They have a little flag attached to them so they know where the photo was taken. And by using programs like this, you can find out anyone's tweets or postings through social media services and find out where they're at. And using this, you know, if you're looking at all the little blips and everything, you can basically type someone in and see where they're regularly frequent, where they are, and you can basically, in a way, get an estimate of what their general schedules are, what they're fucking doing. Looking around over here, you know, they basically mention it gathers geolocation-related information from online sources and allows for presentation on maps, search filtering based on exact location, date, export in CSV format or KML, or further analysis in Google Maps. You can watch it in YouTube, but essentially you can download and fuck around with it all you want. It's supported for Kali Linux, Debian-based distros, you know, Ubuntu, what I'm using right now. A lot of people use this kind of shit, all right, but it's one of those programs that you find out. It's called Creepy, okay? Again, the geolocation service tool. And I'm not, you know, telling you to don't fucking go cyber stalk anyone or do something like that, but it is certainly cool. You know, maybe give it a download. Try it with your own Twitter handles to see how accurate it is. And try it out. Give yourself a little bit of, you know, reminder that fucking if you keep your location services on, anyone else in the world can kind of get a rough estimate of where you're at and what you do. I tend to leave mine off. I only have mine enabled for certain apps that I know I'll be using, enterprise-level apps for work and everything. That's essentially what I have it enabled for. Most of the times I don't enable it because of shit like this. Of course, anybody can spoof locations nowadays, so it's not that big of a deal, but stuff like this exists, and it does live up to its name, ladies and gentlemen. This is a creepy app for, hey, maybe creepy people. I don't fucking know. But definitely a lot of work has went into it, and it's free to download for whether you have Mac, Windows, or, you know, Debian flavors of Linux. But I'm going to back out of this. I'm going to go, you know, sort of pull myself away. And, what is this episode, man? We've seen, like, some fucking cattle murders and shit. All right, we've seen books about alien invasions, other shit. And then we've got creepy programs enabling people to do some creepy shit. Let's back out and hopefully delve back into a land of normality, which is pretty hard considering the content that we cover every week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our episode of Deep Web Browsing. We've seen quite a fair amount of stuff here. Some heavy conspiracy shit. A whole article about Facebook quizzes. That was pretty much the highlight for me, at least, seeing the rambling about Facebook quizzes. And first, and also, the archiving of the sites that I visited. Not all of them, but, you know, it's definitely work being sent. But we've seen a lot of interesting stuff today. Some bad stuff. Interesting stuff, weird stuff, conspiracy-laden stuff, and ALML stuff. So all in all, I'd say this week was a very good week. And plus, we've seen a video all about creepy masks, but, you know, that was just really the last few seconds. Most of it was just looking out into a, well, nice backyard. But, all in all, I'm going to end the video over here. This has been episode number 65. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section below. Of course, I always love reading your feedback. This has been another episode of Deep Web Browsing. Hope you have an amazing Sunday. Have a good rest of the day, really. And have a good rest of the week. This is me, Mudahar, and I'm out.